All right. Welcome back to the Coast to Coast podcast, episode 19. 19.
Whoa,
One episode away from that big 2-0.
that's
Big old 2-0. But guess what? We're not going to focus on that right now because we got a super exciting episode for this week. As always, we are your hosts. My name is Caleb Spainhour. Over there on the mic is the Connor Knox. Connor, how you doing today, dude?
doing pretty well, man. Doing pretty well.
Nice.
Just we got. I think you said this off camera right before we started recording. We're talking about the most important position
Yeah.
in sports
In
today.
sports.
So that is very exciting.
Yes, it is.
Always.
Yeah.
We're gonna learn some stuff today. We're gonna figure some stuff out today. It's gonna be exciting.
But before we jump into that,
Yeah.
we got a review. You all have been waiting
Okay.
for it. We've been putting it
Yep.
off. We finally put all the numbers together from as far back as we could track.
Yep.
And
Yep.
it is the final record for both Connor and I. All of our fumble opinion predictions from this week. Putting it on the screen right now.
It was
There
close.
you go. It's
It was really
close.
close.
Yeah.
It was very close. We would take both of these averages here,
Yeah.
0.631 and a 0.602.
You know what? I'll
But
take it. I'll
yeah,
take it.
listen. We'll
Connor
take both
pulls
of
it
these
out.
averages.
Connor
I'd
pulls it
pull it
out,
out
of
just,
course.
it's all right. It's all right.
65 and 38. And then I
Yeah.
finished 62 and 41. But you know what? It's always
It was
fun
close.
like that because if we finish with like the same record, what fun is that?
No, yeah, we can't finish with the same record. There would have to be some
No.
sort of tiebreaker or
Yeah.
something. We would have bet on like a 40-yard dash time or something. Like,
Yeah.
we would have had to have done something to decide this.
I will
But
say though, I will say,
mm,
if you were betting along, we don't endorse betting. We don't
no, we
we
can't. We
don't
can't.
promote it
We simply
unless we
cannot.
get sponsored. Um, but if you would have bet on either
Mm.
Connor or I's predictions, you would have come out with
Oh,
more money than
yeah.
less.
No, yeah, that's a good point. That's a
Yeah,
good point. I wonder how much money that would actually been because we were just betting, you know, money lines, not really
that's
against the
true.
spread or anything. So I
That's
wonder if you'd be
true.
up like $20 because we're getting all kinds of like
Hey, I mean,
minus 1,200 favorites right and stuff. I don't know. We'll have to try it out
I
next year or
mean,
something. Put
hey.
$5 on every pick and just see what
Right, but
happens.
don't put it as a parlay. Just put it on like
Well, oh no, no,
every
don't do it as
because
a
if you had a
parlay.
parlay, I'm gonna be
No.
honest, you would have lost money. Like
You
you
lost
never would have won.
everything. You would have
Yeah,
lost everything.
yeah.
Yeah, no.
So, um, yeah. So those are the final numbers. Good, good in our fumble opinion
Woo!
predictions.
Yeah.
Oh
1 and
yeah,
0. I'm gonna get a
one.
crown for next year. I'm
All
gonna get a
right.
crown. I'm gonna put that
Okay.
on. Yeah,
Okay.
we're
Yeah. All right.
yeah.
But speaking of crowns. Speaking of crowns,
Oh
speaking
shit.
of importance, speaking of winning, today we
Oh
are
yeah.
going over our list for the top five quarterback prospects for this year's 2026 NFL Draft. Yeah,
Yes, we are.
yeah,
And I'm gonna be honest. I wish that we could do more. I wish we could do
yeah,
a top 10. I wish we could do a top 15.
yeah.
But once you get after like 6 to 7 to 8, man, it starts looking grim
Yeah, and that's
in
the
this
thing,
classing.
right? I mean, that's the thing is that we both watch tape on
Oh
more than
yeah,
five guys. We just
right.
didn't we just didn't
Yeah,
see the point in going beyond five in this draft, like you just said.
yeah. And I'll tell you,
Yeah.
for me, everybody after the top three, I'd say, is sort of a dart throw a little bit.
Yeah,
Like
I'll
there's
agree with that.
something, yeah, there's just either some really huge flaw or it's just all sort of like a jack of all trades, master of none type situation. I will say out of this top five, the lowest, like the worst grade I have, like the grade I have on my fifth guy is like early to mid day three. So,
Yeah.
so
I
like
have
my fourth guy, I would be willing to take this guy maybe in the third round.
yeah. Yeah.
So
I've
we'll
seen
see. Yeah,
I've seen him mocked a lot in the third round.
and we'll get to that, and I think there's clear
Yeah.
reasons why that
Yeah.
is.
For that matter, 3 and 4, I've seen third round a lot.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, and I think that three I would be like I would take anywhere in the third round.
Yes.
I would take anywhere in the third round. I'm cool with
Yeah.
taking three,
Yeah.
but four I'm like we'll sneak him in at the end maybe. We'll see.
Yeah. By the
Uh
way, we're not going to go over any names. We're going to make you
no,
guess
we're gonna
who
talk
we're
about it
talking
like this the whole time.
about.
But this is kind of, you know what I mean? This is
We're getting you
engaging.
ready. We're
You're like,
prepping
who the
you.
hell is three? Who is that? That's the question.
What?
But now we're gonna get right into number five. Let's
Yeah.
start with number five right here. And
Yeah.
number five is Cade Klubnik from Clemson.
Yeah.
Um, 6'2", 207 pounds when he measured and weighed in at the combine.
Mm.
Um, this is a guy who, after 2024, the trajectory was going up, up, up.
Way up. Yeah.
He way up. He could have potentially been the number one pick in this draft.
Yeah.
A lot of people, projected, but unfortunately, 2025 was a down year. Um,
2025 was a down
not
year. We
the
talked about this last week. It was a down year
mm,
for literally everyone except their
yeah,
running back.
yeah.
Like
It
that
pretty
was
much just
at Clemson.
Clemson.
Yeah.
It was not the season that was expected for
Mm-mm.
Clemson. Not at all.
Mm-mm.
Um, But
Yeah.
yeah, no, this just didn't see the development at all that you wanted to see out of him. And some areas even regressed a little bit from his 2024 season. So
Yeah.
that isn't good. To talk about him, he's the things I like about him.
Yeah.
I like his movement in the pocket. I think he moves well. I think he avoids sacks pretty well. And I think when he's rolling out, he's a really strong throwing motion
Mm-hmm.
that he's able to throw with kind of from a lot of different angles and
Yeah.
on the move. Um, I think he has pretty good zip on his passes to the outside areas, to just the tough areas. He gets it in between defenders pretty frequently,
Mm-hmm.
and he's willing to throw to all areas of the field. You'll see him rip it over the middle. You'll see him rip outside throws. All positive things here. These are the things that we saw where it's like, wow, this guy's doing a lot of right things here. Is this guy, an elite quarterback prospect? It's possible. The reason I'd say he's not is I see poor ball placement and accuracy pretty much every level. Like behind the line of scrimmage, he's going to be dirting a screen pass. If he's, you know what I mean, throwing it deep out, it's probably not going to be where that receiver wants it to be.
Yeah.
And then also, I don't see anticipation in his game. I think he needs to see the wide receiver break open, and then he will rip the ball. And there's a good chance that he'll rip that thing in there, and it's a zippy, solid pass to a good area.
Yeah.
But it's in the NFL with these
Yeah.
insanely
You
fast
don't have that
secondary
much time.
players. You don't have that time.
No.
You don't have that much time. Did you ever see there was a clip after the Super Bowl, or was it the Super Bowl? It was the Super Bowl where the Seahawks defenders, I think it was Julian Love, they were talking about Drake May, and they were like, he's not just blindly ripping it like Matt Stafford is. He's checking to see if it's open. We're gonna get a pick, and then they got a
Mm.
pick.
Yeah.
Like there was a literal clip of Julian Love saying that, I think to Kobe Bryant. They were just like, listen, he's checking every route, so you're gonna be able to jump that, and
Wow.
it's kind of what happened. Uh, so
Yeah, and
just
that's
saying
hard.
that is the type of thing that a really good defense, they're gonna get you, man. They are going to get you if you are not anticipating.
And that's really hard. That's a really hard habit to break. Like, that's a
Oh, most
really hard
definitely.
habit to break. Like that's a multi-year skill to learn. I mean, because it's all about if you're doing that at this level, that means you've been doing it your entire career.
For sure.
And for a
For
lot of them
sure.
it's been working. Like you said though, when you get to the NFL, that's not going to fly. Um I mean, that's why I mean, to be fair though, Matt Stafford had to learn how to do it because he was playing in piss poor Detroit for years.
Well, listen, right.
He also
But
had
you know what I
Calvin. He also
mean.
had Megatron, so he was like, you know what? I'm just gonna
Makes
throw
things a
this
lot
up
easier.
there.
When you got a guy you can trust, makes
Yeah,
things a lot easier. And so it's the
yeah,
kind of thing where, if he gets, drafted somewhere with an alpha wide receiver one and
sure.
he, gets some sort of rapport going with an NFL wide receiver, yeah,
Yeah,
hey, that might be something where he's like, okay, I can start trusting this guy and I know that this guy's going to be open. So I'm going to throw it to where I got to throw it. And that's how
yeah,
you learn that and develop that.
yeah.
But right now, it's not really uh, a strength of his.
Well, and another strength of his that I want to point out is that he is
Sure.
athletic. Like
Oh, most
he
definitely.
can he
Most
can run
definitely.
the ball. Like he can tuck and run. Um, and he's a good runner. Like he's not going to blow you away with his top speed. Like you're not going to look at him and be like, "Oh, wow, that's Lamar Jackson, that's Kyler Murray,
Right.
that's."
Right.
But he runs like Drake May, to be honest.
Yeah, for
He runs
sure.
like
For
Drake
sure.
May. Um, so that's an element to his game that is a positive as well. And like you said, I also agree, and I like the zip on his pass.
Yep.
Some guys it just comes out of their hand different. Um,
Yeah.
and he's
Absolutely.
he's got that. Whenever he's on it, he's got that.
And I think for his size, because he is
Yeah,
a little undersized,
yeah,
it's like, okay, you know what I mean? That
yeah,
that to me is a testament to also his really I like his crisp
yeah.
throwing motion and form.
But
So
it
it's
it
like these
it
are solid.
makes you frustrated though, which I think is one of the reasons why there's so many reasons why Clemson had an off year this year. And there's
Mm,
also it's such a it's such just a anomaly of why
mm.
they did so bad this year. Because it's not like they lost a ton of talent. It's not like they had different
Dude, they
coaches.
had
They
the
just
best talent. Like
yeah, I
preseason, it
mean
was like, oh, Clemson's winning the chip this year. They're
yeah, I
back. It's
mean
Clemson's season to win. And then they just, what the hell
no,
happened?
it's like it doesn't happen. And so like with Cade, I mean he had been an all ACC like 2022, 2024. He was an
Yeah.
All-American in 2024. I mean like he's a he's in the past. That's why he was projected to be the first pick in this upcoming draft, is because they were like,
Yeah.
it only goes up from here. If not, it only goes up. It's at least like, okay, well, this is where he is. Um, but what makes you frustrated, well, at least what makes me frustrated about Cade is one of the things you talked about of why you don't like him,
Mm,
which is he takes too much time to go through his progressions and to actually
absolutely.
make a throw. And it's something that frustrates you whenever he has such good zip that if he only was able to just rip it and just trust
Mm,
his receivers, that worry
might
wouldn't
be
be
a lot
there.
better. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Might be a
Um,
lot higher of a prospect.
so that makes you frustrated. Because on paper, like looking at him, all his intangibles, you're like, oh, this guy's a good quarterback prospect. And then
Sure.
you watch the tape
Yep.
and you're like, What? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, he had some major inconsistencies this year. Um, where he would just make reads, and not only would he go through his progressions late, but then he would make reads that you're like, why would you do that one? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, man, for
Like,
sure. And I mean, so he's it's interesting because he's got the out of the top five quarterbacks we're going to talk about here, he's got the lowest big time throw rate according to PFF,
okay,
but he's also got the second lowest turnover worthy play rate. So it's not and that's from this past season, this the 2025 season.
right.
Um, so it's not like it's kind of just like he's a little more conservative, not
Hmm.
going for the home run balls every time,
Yeah,
but also not he's keeping the ball secure. So there
yeah,
are some things that are positives that you can see in that profile there.
yeah,
Where, like I said, on like maybe like I wouldn't be surprised if he goes at kind of the beginning of day three, like
right.
fourth
Fourth
round-ish.
round. Yeah,
Maybe fifth kind of situation, fourth,
Yeah.
fifth. Wouldn't be surprised at all. Wouldn't be surprised if it ends up with okay, he's won a backup job somewhere,
Sure.
um,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because yeah, like we said, there's a lot of positives in this profile. It just didn't come together this season like it could
The
have.
people thought that was gonna, and it's interesting because the next two prospects we talk about too,
Mm,
they're all three of these guys are lumped together in players that scouts thought would be all first round picks this year.
great point. Yep.
Um, Number three, number four. I mean, it was basically like you have Klubnik number one,
Yep.
number four, you'd have top 10, number three, you'd have top 15. I mean, that's basically how it went. Like, it
Yeah,
was like these are
most
first
definitely.
round guys, and then whatever it was about this year, number four, there was something different there, but it just pushed them from big money first round lottery. I know they don't use the term lottery, but um, to day two, day three picks, which is a
Hmm.
pretty big fall off. So yeah, but with Cade,
So yeah.
yeah,
Unless you have anything else on Kate, I was just gonna move to
I'm
number four.
I'm
Yeah.
good on that. Yeah.
So going up to number four here is Drew Aller from Penn State.
Hmm.
Big, strong, perfect frame and
Yeah.
size.
Yeah.
You see it in his arm. He's got a rocket arm. Um,
Yeah.
he like he can throw off balance with his strength. Like, and this is why I've got him for is
Yeah.
he's just like physically he's kind of one of a kind in this class
Yeah.
a little bit. I know Mendoza's a big guy, but
Yeah. But he's, I
he
mean,
doesn't he doesn't have that rocket arm that Drew Aller has.
yeah.
Um, with the strength. And like I said, that's why he's here for me, to be totally honest.
No,
I
yeah.
love the physical ability. I love the strength. He can run. Um,
And for
but
me, go ahead. Go
yeah,
ahead.
oh, for you, yeah, what's up? No, no, no,
No,
go ahead.
please.
I was just gonna start saying the negatives because obviously there's, some negatives
Yeah.
because to
I was.
me, the accuracy and ball
Hmm.
placement is scatter shot,
Yes.
which because of his arm strength, like is a little
Hmm.
bit of a symptom, I suppose. But
Yeah. I mean, at
yeah,
least
that
this past year, like last year, it's the thing of like last year, these three guys who we thought were like boom, all of a sudden these inconsistencies, these flaws in their game really showed. Um,
sure.
and with Drew Aller, uh two things I was gonna say is that one, I could easily I'm pretty big on Drew Aller. Um,
Mm,
I'm pretty big on him for those reasons that you listed.
mm-hmm.
I could see him for me being above number three,
Okay.
interchangeable with number three.
Okay. Sure.
Um, but also Drew Aller did get hurt last year. Um,
Yes.
he
Only
had
played 7 games last year.
had a pretty big injury last year, um, which also affected his game. Um,
Most definitely. Most
but one
definitely.
thing about Drew Aller that I will say is that he throwing the ball, he looked pretty dang good at the combine. I mean, I know that's
Oh,
just
true.
t-shirt and
Yeah.
shorts, but like
No, but yeah.
he looked pretty dang
And
good
that's
at the
where he's going to
combine.
stand out. That is
Yeah.
where his archetype is absolutely going to stand out.
Yeah.
Um, but no, I just think that he like to me the other thing about him
Yeah.
is he's got this like we're saying perfect arm, perfect build, but then he just doesn't throw a lot of throws that in the NFL it's like that's open. Like you got to throw that,
Mm.
and he's not. He's turning it down, um, for some reason. He's got
Mm.
the physical capability to make the throw. He absolutely does, but he's actively choosing. I'm not throwing that. It shows up in he's got the lowest turnover worthy play rate of this top five that we're talking about right now. Um, out of all of them, lowest out of all of
Wow.
them,
Wow.
and he's got the second highest big time throw rate because of his arm. I just want him to do it more. He's not taking enough
Yeah.
risks. He's
Yeah.
not taking enough risks. And it's like, yeah, I don't know. I think that he could take way more risks with
Yeah.
how strong and awesome his arm is. And so to me, that's what the thing where the lack of accuracy and just sort of like this weird not trusting himself thing. I'm like, I don't really like that,
Yeah.
but you're so good physically that I'll sneak you into the end of the third round. If I'm a team that like I don't really have something going on at quarterback right now, come
I've
on,
seen him
come
I've
on.
seen him mocked a lot to the Cardinals in the third round.
Oh, sure,
I've seen him mocked a
sure,
lot to the Cardinals in the third round.
that'd be fun.
It would be fun. I mean, like, and we'll talk more about, we're also later in this episode, we're going to get into what we call it's our quarterback carousel,
Yeah.
but we put it into a Ferris wheel because it just looks a little better.
No, still
But
debate at that.
no, but no, yeah, I mean, like, I'm, he does have definite flaws in his game. And it's just like, I think I'm more high on him and I'm also not like, this guy is better than anyone on this list, everyone on
No,
this
sure.
list. But to me, I think he has more potential than a couple of other
Yeah.
guys. Like,
That's absolutely true. The
I think he has,
ceiling, if he
yeah,
like puts it together somehow,
yes,
absolutely. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
But he's
Um,
got to put it together. And that's the
mhm.
thing is that
Yeah,
you can't rely on potential your entire life.
right.
So,
No, but that's why he's gonna go there because yeah, like what we saw at Penn State wasn't exactly great.
yes,
But it is like, hey, you could potentially be this, and
exactly.
that's gonna be enough for some
And
coaching
it's
staff. That's gonna be
and it's
enough.
something that his junior year, I mean, like the year before last, he was showing.
Yeah,
Like
right.
he was damn good. But another thing about Drew Aller is that he's another guy who loves to run. Like he's another guy who's a good runner. Like I'm not saying
Right. Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't say that he's like a tuck and run any chance he gets, but
Mm-hmm.
if he needs to run, he can run. Uh
Mm-hmm.
he can run the ball. Um but I mean that's also what led to his injury this past year. So who knows if that'll change
It's a good
after
point.
that
That's a good
injury.
point.
Um so but like I said, and like you've been saying as well, like we both have been saying, is that the reason he's a little lower on this list is because he's he has the potential, but it hasn't shown as much as the other three we'll talk about.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's I'm just gonna lump in three now. I'm gonna start
Yeah,
talking about three now
please
because
do.
three is Garrett Nussmeier from
Hmm.
LSU because it is a little bit of like a opposite story with these guys because
Yeah.
Nussmeier a little undersized. He's 6'1", 203, is what he measured and weighed in at. Um, and his honestly, my biggest concern with Garrett Nussmeier is his arm.
Hmm.
I think that it is a little subpar. You can see it on outside
Yeah.
throws a little bit. You can see it when he's trying to squeeze something into a tight window.
Yeah.
It's harder. It's harder. I think there's some NFL throws that will be limited to Garrett Nussmeier because of that.
Mm.
But I really like his accuracy when he's making a throw. I really like his anticipation, like we were talking about. I thought
Yeah.
he absolutely was anticipating. Um, and I thought that he was making pretty good decisions with what he was given and with what he is as a quarterback.
Sure.
Um,
Fair.
I felt yeah, I felt like he would throw over the middle of the field, even at his size, even with his, a little bit more limited arm. I think he would do a really good job of that simply because he was able to anticipate and you know, see things before they happen. Um, so I really like that. I really like what I'm seeing from him
Yeah.
mentally. But it is like, okay, I think he's going to be a little limited physically. Now, we've absolutely seen that work out, especially in recent times. We've
Yeah.
seen this exact archetype work out, which is why I've got him at three and why I'm
Yeah.
like, go ahead, take this guy anywhere you want in the third round. We've seen him work out enough that I'm like, go ahead. You know what I mean? If this guy's the next Brock Purdy, whatever. He's the next Brock Purdy.
Exactly. And
Whatever.
I was just about to say, like, Nuss is interesting to me because he's he's a guy's guy. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
he's just a guy's guy. Like he's 6'1", 203, but when you look at him, you're like, that's not a muscle 203. Like
No, that's
he's
a
just
great
out
point.
there
Yeah,
living
it's a
it
great
up. You
point.
know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Like if you passed him on the street, you wouldn't be like, "Oh, that's a guy who's
That's
gonna
an
get
NFL
drafted to
quarterback.
play." Yeah.
Not at all. Great point.
But Nussmeier is like you said, I'm not a huge fan of his arm. I saw a bunch of people hyping him up going into before this season, and even
Mm.
before that, I was like, I don't know if I'd have him over, I don't know if I'd have him close to Drew Aller and stuff like that. Like this is before the season, by the way.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Uh, but at adding on to what you're saying, I'm gonna throw a label on there and just
Okay.
say that I think with his IQ, with his ability to create and read defenses and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I think he could be a really solid game manager in
Yeah,
the NFL.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. With that arm, he's going to be a game manager. And if he
Yeah.
gets into an offense like a McVay or a Shanahan or
Shanahan.
like
Yeah.
Kevin O'Connell or something like that, I think that yeah, he could be
Yeah.
a starter for
For
at least a
sure.
little bit. Um, but yeah, yeah, that's Garrett Nussmeier, and like we said, basically the exact opposite of Drew Aller a little
Yeah.
bit. Um, but
Yeah. I
yeah,
mean, that's kind of it on Nuss. I mean, like I have more questions just because of I tend to have more questions about players given their athleticism.
which
Um,
yeah makes perfect sense.
but because at least Brock Purdy can run, you know what I mean? Like he's a really
Right,
good
right.
and
Yeah,
Nussmeier
that's
to
not a one-to-one comparison or
yeah, but
anything.
no,
It's
I know
just
what you're
like
saying though.
yeah,
Like and that was a good comparison and what you were talking about.
for sure.
But I'm bringing it up in terms of with a guy who's not as, his arm isn't as big, at least he has this.
Mm-hmm.
Nussmeier, for me, I saw him a lot in the pocket. Um,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
he's really, really, he loves to be in the pocket, which in the NFL, if you're
Yeah.
comfortable in the pocket, that's
That's
a lot
huge.
of guys
Yeah, I feel like
aren't.
a lot. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
A lot of guys aren't. Yep.
So, I mean, that's another good trait. So, it's a give and take, you know. But yeah, we could definitely see him being a good game manager down the line.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely. Now the top two, not really not a lot of suspense here. We kind
right,
of know who's in here. But number
right.
two is Ty Simpson from Alabama.
Hmm.
Another slightly undersized guy, 6'1", 211.
Yeah,
Um, and I was a little bit like, man, going into this, I was like, Ty Simpson's getting first round buzz. Like, are we really doing this? And then I watched them and I'm like, okay. I mean, okay. It's okay. It's all right.
yeah,
I think that at the end of the first round, some quarterback needy team, go ahead. Go ahead.
right.
Because, yeah, I like how he's reading the field. I like the decisions he's making. I think that his arm is good enough. It's
Yeah,
nothing crazy or special, but it's
yeah,
good enough. Um, he's willing to throw all over the field. Um, I think that is all good. I think he's got pretty good
yeah.
accuracy. I think he anticipates pretty well. My issues with him are when he comes under pressure. I think he gets really
Hmm.
inaccurate. Under pressure, he's just struggling. That's not good. And I also think he's
Yeah,
got a little bit of a weird form. I don't know if you noticed this when you were watching him, but he kicks his leg a little more than other quarterbacks do.
yeah.
And to me, I think he's losing power. I don't know if an NFL coaching
Mm.
staff's going to try and talk to him about that, but like, there's just something there when he's putting that thing back. His leg's up early. Like his back
Mm.
leg is up early. At least that's what it kind of looked like to me. Um, So I thought that was a little weird. And I think maybe he's losing power because he's doing that.
Well,
But
and
like I
it's
said, everything about him, I'm kind of just like, that's good enough to play in the NFL. Like,
yeah.
good enough. It's kind of just how I feel.
I
And if
mean,
that, and
and
if you're good enough to play in the NFL, you're good enough to play in the NFL.
I mean, yeah, and I mean he's a 1 year starter. I mean,
Right, right. We only saw him 1 year.
we didn't really know much about Ty Simpson's going into the year, given that last year when he made an appearance, he was terrible. Um,
Not
and,
great.
no, I mean the one appearance he made for Alabama the previous year, he did terribly. And so
Right.
coming into the year, because Alabama also has a really good true freshman, they literally were like, well, we're going to see who wins the quarterback battle. Like, they didn't come into the year being like Ty Simpson, QB1,
Right,
lock it
right.
in.
No, he had to win a
Like,
quarterback battle.
all the way
Absolutely.
up, even after the spring game, like Crimson versus White. Like,
Mm,
they literally were like, we don't know who's going to be the quarterback. And then they were like, Ty Simpson, we're going to throw you out there. And then he produced. Know what I
yeah,
mean?
right.
And then he stepped up to the plate. But Ty Simpson, one thing about him is that for the first 9 weeks of that
Mm.
season, that mother, sorry, excuse my language, that motherfucker looked,
Yeah.
he was cold, dude.
Yeah, he
That
for
motherfucker
sure.
was cold.
And those were the games that I really tried to watch, to be clear.
Yes.
I'm giving them that benefit. Like I'm
Yeah.
watching those first few games. I'm making sure that
Like
I'm seeing the good stuff.
he was cold, dude. But then after
Mm.
week 9, week 10, he had a big drop off. Like I don't know what
Hmm.
happened, but even like just watching him, you're like, this doesn't feel like the same guy.
Hmm.
Um, And it's not like the competition he faced was getting that much harder. Like they faced tough opponents mid-year,
Oh, for sure.
early in
Yeah,
the
they were
year. I
facing
mean,
tough opponents the whole time.
so, when it got into the big games, the final games of the year, the conference championship, the playoff game, he just didn't look. Before that, he looked like that's a first round quarterback. But then after that, you're like, maybe not. Um,
Yeah.
so that to me was if he didn't have that fall off, he would be closer to Mendoza than like for me than he is now. Because right now there's a
It's also specific. Right. I agree with that
yeah,
completely. It's also specifically the conference championship game, or like the playoff sort of the postseason
yes,
for him was very poor.
really bad.
So that's always really tough on
Yeah,
somebody's stock when that happens.
yeah,
But no, I agree completely. I think that that was definitely what separated the prospects in this class, and that's what like, yep, that first part of the season is enough that okay, you can solidify that number 2 spot. We like what we're seeing from you, but like,
yeah,
let's go back to that. Let's make sure we stick to that, and not this other stuff, not this
yeah.
later in the season stuff.
Because I think what needs to happen with the Ty Simpson is Ty Simpson should not start year one. I don't know if Ty Simpson
No,
should
no,
start year two. Like, I think he
he
should go
probably will
some
have to. He'll probably have
possibly.
to.
I
But
mean,
you're right, he shouldn't.
I've seen a lot of people mock him to the Rams. Like I've seen a
Oh,
lot
well,
of
that would be pretty
people
good for
like
them.
a year
Yeah,
under Matt Stafford working with
that would
Sean
be pretty good
McVay.
for them.
Um, I mean, then year two, I mean, they're able to do some crazy stuff with quarterbacks. So
Oh,
a
for sure.
year under Matt Stafford and Sean McVay, I think it would actually be really
No,
good
that would be
for
incredible. Yeah, that would
him.
be best case scenario for him. Absolutely, that would be
Yeah,
awesome.
so seen a lot of that. If that ends up happening, sky's the limit, honestly.
Hmm.
Really is sky's the limit.
Well, see, I'll tell you what. He's not gonna. Let me think. Yeah, I saw something the Cardinals might take him, your boys.
Nope,
Like trade back
nope,
in to the first round to take him. I
nope.
saw that.
Shouldn't happen.
You don't
Shouldn't
want that to happen?
happen. No,
You don't want that to happen?
because I mean Matt Schaub is our quarterback coach now, and Matt Schaub
Mm.
is not too different than what Ty Simpson was coming out of
Mm.
college. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
Matt
Yeah.
Schaub couldn't run like Ty Simpson can also run. That's another guy who can
Yes.
use his
Yes.
legs. He
Sure.
can run. Um, but Matt Schaub was, I mean, well, if I'm being quite honest, Matt Schaub was closer to Nussmeier, except Matt Schaub had a fucking cannon. Um,
Sure. Sure.
but I mean, if you got a guy like that in there, I'm sure he could develop someone, but I don't think that would be smart for the
Mm,
Cardinals to do. I think that they have, I don't trust them to develop a young quarterback that is still, we don't know a lot about him. Um,
sure.
they took Kyler Murray, who got released, by the way.
Yep.
They took Kyler Murray, who was a Heisman. He was the best athlete we've seen in years. He got drafted number one in football and number nine in baseball.
It's
Um,
crazy.
he was a Heisman Trophy winner. We knew a ton about Kyler, and they only had one playoff appearance, one playoff game
Yeah.
with Kyler.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think they're
No.
going to do with
Yeah.
Ty Simpson? So
Yeah.
anyway, Ty Simpson number two, and if unless you have something else to say about him, you already know who number one is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody knows who number one is. Fernando
yeah,
Mendoza from Indiana.
yeah.
6'4" and a half, 236 pounds. Love to see him over
Woo!
230. Absolutely love that.
And
Um,
he's bulk. Like
that's what I'm saying.
he is
He he
bulk, dude.
he's got a sleeper build
Yes,
going
he
on. You
does.
can't tell, but he's
Did you
got
see
a
that post
build
where it was
going
like
on.
the forearms give away the
Oh,
sleeper
for
build?
sure,
Yeah.
for sure. So that guy, great frame on him,
Yeah,
great
man.
size. The guy is he's just a good quarterback. I really like him. I think that he absolutely deserves to be the number one pick in this class. It's
I
not
agree.
just because it's kind of weak or it's they really need a quarterback, so they got to take whoever number one quarterback is. Like, no, he deserves to be number one in this class. I'd say, I think I'd rank him over Cam Ward from last year. I think I'd rank him over Cam Ward. Um,
All
It'd be
right.
pretty close. I liked Cam Ward as well,
Yeah.
but I think I would rank Mendoza over Ward.
Hmm.
Um, I like Mendoza a lot, man. I think he's got great accuracy, great ball placement. He throws it all over the field. He's got pretty good
Smart.
zip on the throws. Exactly. He's so smart.
Super smart.
He'll stand in there under pressure. He's
Yeah.
fine. He's ready. He can throw all kinds of angles. He's a good pocket mover. He's a good runner. We saw that in the postseason.
Yeah.
Indiana, my God, the guy's a strong runner. Um, I mean, listen, I just like him a lot. I think if there is some negatives, I do think that maybe he can get a little rushed out of the pocket sometimes.
Hmm.
Can get a little rushed a little on occasion, and I think that he's a risk taker. So he's gonna
Yeah.
I think he makes these big throws. Like, hey, Drew Aller, watch this guy's tape real quick, and
Right.
you could make these throws. I promise you could even
Yeah.
better sometimes than Mendoza could. Just a little
Yeah.
tip for you, Drew Aller. Just watch the tape because Mendoza's making throws all over the place to everybody. That it's like maybe you shouldn't have thrown that. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But it's in the NFL. It's going to work out a little less because there's really great
Sure.
defenders in the NFL. So that's a little bit of
But
the concerns.
you know who else kind of plays like that? He
Mm,
takes a lot of risks and sometimes it doesn't pay off.
mm.
Is Sam Darnold.
Oh,
And
sure,
that's
sure.
huge considering that Sam Darnold's offensive coordinator is now going to be the head coach for Mendoza in
Most definitely.
Vegas.
Love that.
So, I
Love that.
mean, you know,
It's the kind of thing where we know that's going to happen.
hmm
They need to make the offensive line better. If they put Mendoza
yes.
behind that offensive line, it's not going to look very good.
Yeah.
Now, it sounds like there's been some rumors that they don't want Mendoza to start right away. Um, which to me, if that's the case, well, like, listen, that's okay. If you want to do
Right.
that, if you want to give him a little bit of time, that's okay. You're gonna take. I mean, you're gonna be shit with whatever veteran quarterback you
Right.
want to bring in. You're gonna
Sure.
be terrible. But if that's what you want to do, that's okay. But I'm like, they released Geno Smith.
Yeah.
I don't know who they're gonna get in. That's like, obviously Geno didn't really play well last season, but that was behind the worst offensive line in the world with
Yeah.
no weapons
Other than the
basically because Bowers
Chargers,
was
yeah.
hurt and Genty. Yeah, the Chargers it was just because they kept getting hurt. The
Hurt.
Raiders they suck.
Dude,
All the players on that line
s-
suck.
dude, sorry.
So you know what I mean?
Side note for the Chargers, they released three of their starting offensive
That's
linemen.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad for the Chargers. Feel
Yeah.
bad for Justin Herbert. Actually, they got Mike McDaniel now. They're fine.
Yeah,
They're
dude.
fine. They're going to be great.
And like with the
Um,
Mendoza thing, like I know who they'd start. I at least I would hope that they'd start because I don't know, dude. I kind of like him. I like the way he plays. Aiden O'Connell.
Oh, well, for sure. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they still
Okay,
have
just
Aiden
give it, just throw
O'Connell. Just
O'Connell
give it
out
to him,
there.
dude.
Ah,
He's
shit.
like the Chiefs' kryptonite, man. Like
Well, I
they
guess that's
can't beat Aiden O'Connell. Dude, if you're gonna sit Mendoza for a year, don't bring in a veteran. Just start the guy you already have and just figure it out. Like, because I think
that's
that
good.
Aiden O'Connell, he's still pretty fairly young
Yeah,
considering
yeah,
who else is out there. You don't have to pay him a ton of money because he's already on the payroll.
yeah.
And he's super. I mean, he knows the players, and he'll be fine, dude. He was an absolute unit in college.
Hmm.
Um,
I
if
like
you're not
that.
going to
I
start
like that.
Mendoza, I don't see why you go anywhere else than Aiden O'Connell. That's what I'll
Yeah.
put that as. Um,
Yeah, and I really do think it's just
it's who Kubiak
who
wants.
would they get?
Yeah,
Who and we'll talk about that
yeah,
shortly.
yeah. And I
But
also really quick too. I think that
yeah.
something else that comes into play now that we have to
Hmm.
keep in consideration for the Raiders is that they just acquired another first round pick for this year. Um, they traded
Yes.
away Max Crosby finally. He's
Yup.
going to the Raiders in return. They got a first round pick this year and a first round pick next year, which is big. Um,
Very big.
so they have another first round
And that
pick,
Ravens
which,
first round pick, it's a pretty good pick. They're getting the 14th pick in this
yeah,
draft, so they will
dude.
have 1 and 14. That
You
is
know what that
awesome.
means, right? I mean, there's a chance that they could take a really good, a really solid offensive lineman.
That was my first thought as
Yeah.
well. That
Yeah.
absolutely, and it's going to be you either whatever they don't address in free agency because they need to also get some wide receivers. They need some
Yeah.
wide receivers as
They
well.
do.
So it's like if they sign a couple offensive linemen in free agency, okay, hey, 14th pick, Makai Lemon, come on down, or somebody. You know what
Sure.
I mean? And that, or the other way around. Because there's going to
Right.
be some good offensive linemen there at 14. So if you sign some veteran wide receiver at a free agency, boom,
You know what would be sick?
somebody.
You know
Hmm.
what would be sick? I think it'd be
What's that?
sick if I think they need to draft an offensive lineman with that
Okay.
14th pick, personally.
Okay.
Because I
Yep.
think that you can get a better receiver day two, day three than you can get
Well,
an
that's
offensive
definitely
lineman.
true.
What would be
Definitely true.
really sick if they got a really good, I mean, you can get like a guy like, uh, uh, oh my gosh, why can't I think of his name? Utah offensive tackle.
Oh, well, there's two.
He's the
Fano, I assume you're talking
Fano,
about
yeah.
Spencer Fano. Yeah.
But then also
Um,
in the second round or whatever, you could pair him back up with Omar Cooper.
sure. Well, if Cooper makes it there, they're saying he's going to go in the first now.
That is true, but
So
they have
we'll
the
see.
first pick of the second round. So if he
That's good. Okay, it's a
falls,
good point. No,
yeah,
there's going to be. You're absolutely right. There's going to be a good wide receiver
yeah.
there. There should be, for sure.
But
There's going
you're
to be
right.
somebody.
They do need to address
Um,
that receiver room, especially after
yeah,
trading
they've
away
got.
Jacoby Myers.
I mean, exactly. They've got nothing going on there.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. Who's their wide receiver one? Can you tell me?
Trey Tucker.
Yeah, I think that's Trey Tucker. My boss asked me that question at work, and that was also my answer. I was
Yeah,
like, "Is it Trey Tucker?" I
it's
don't really
gotta
know.
be,
I think
man.
it's
I don't
Trey
know who
Tucker, I
else
guess.
it's not the guy out of Tennessee yet. I mean, like Thornton, is that his name?
No, no, they barely used him the back part
Yeah.
of the season. They started using him, and then Jack Bech is apparently asked. Like, I liked him coming out of the draft,
Yeah,
but
me too.
apparently, I don't know.
So it's got to be Trey
Um,
Tucker. I mean, oh,
it's Trey
well,
Tucker.
I guess Brock Bowers, but like
Well, we're
you can't
pretending it's
count
not. Pretending
him.
we're
You
not
know what I
talking about
mean?
him. We're talking about wide receivers. Talking about wide
Right.
receivers.
Right.
Uh, but yeah, no, I think that Raiders situation that he's going into, I like Kubiak being there.
Yeah.
And if they do improve that offensive line, hey, Genty and Bowers are not bad weapons, and Trey Tucker will whatever. You know,
Yeah, he's
we'll see what
also
happens
one thing
there.
about Mendoza too that I think is going to help him a ton is that he's a super likable guy and
Hmm.
he's like a true leader. Like it's not
Yeah, man.
it
Yeah,
doesn't take much for you to want to follow him. So like I think that that'll benefit him a lot in a bad situation. Um,
I think that's true. I think that's
so
true. This dude's always going to be positive.
And he's always
You
gonna
know he's
bust
always
it.
going to
He's
be
always gonna
positive.
bust his ass for the team. Like
Oh, for sure.
yeah, he's literally gonna be like a mentality wise a Justin Herbert. Like
Yeah,
yeah,
sure. Sure.
mental
Definitely.
wise. Like because Justin Herbert was getting beat up last
Right.
year,
Yeah,
dude,
you
and he
gotta
kept
be
coming
pretty
back.
strong mentally. You gotta be pretty strong mentally for that to
Yeah, but I mean
yeah. Yeah.
that's our top five prospects. Um,
Yeah.
top five, number five, going from 5 to 1. Cade Klubnik out of Clemson, Drew Allar out of Penn State, Garrett Nussmeier, LSU, Ty Simpson, Alabama, and Fernando Mendoza out of Indiana. You're gonna be the number one overall pick.
Yep.
Yep,
And he
I said it.
deserves it.
Yeah, he
We
does.
love it.
One guy, really quick, honorable mention that I want to throw out here. We have a couple honorable mentions.
Uh-huh.
But one guy that I wanted to throw in there that I think is an athletic freak, uh,
Ah, yes.
but he's just a little too inconsistent for me in terms of his accuracy. He's got a cannon of an arm. He ran a 4.37 40. He's 6'6". It's Taylon Green out of Arkansas. Love him as a prospect. Love his athleticism. Love his cannon of an arm. I don't love his reads all the time, and I don't love his. He tends to overthrow. Um,
Yeah. He's one of those where it's just, dude, throw the ball a little. Just
little less.
if you are no, it's just like if you are able to throw the ball at like a below average instead
Yes.
of butt cheeks level,
Yeah.
yeah, you're playing in the NFL,
Yeah.
man. Sorry, you're so fucking athletic.
Yeah.
You're playing.
I
You're
mean, he's
playing
six
somewhere.
six and ran a
Just figure it out.
4.37, dude.
You know what I mean?
Are
It's
you
one of those
kidding
where it's just
me?
gonna 43 and a half inch vertical. What the hell? Like that's
Dude, it's
insane, especially at his
nuts.
height. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
I just had to throw
just
that
figure
name
it
in
out a
there.
little bit. Yeah, love you saying that for sure.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
figure it out a little bit. You got it.
Yeah. That's one of my sleepers of if he figures it out,
Yeah, because he'll get drafted because the
for sure.
athleticism for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Um,
So, but let's maybe take a ride on this Ferris wheel carousel
yeah,
thing.
let's
Let's
do
take a
it.
ride real quick.
So let's throw it up there right now. This is our quarterback Ferris wheel per se. Just imagine it sideways, and then we'll call it a carousel.
Yeah,
Um,
it's something.
so the teams we have on here are the Cardinals, the Jets, the Browns, Steelers, Dolphins, Colts, Chiefs, and Falcons, and then we have a little side section of two teams kind of waiting in line to get on. And the only reason I we have them there is because one, we already know who the Raiders are going to have a quarterback, at least who they're going to
Yep.
draft. And the Vikings technically have a quarterback, but it's pretty inevitable that they're going to be looking for one particular name this offseason that we will talk about. But we're going to play a little bit of a put the puzzle pieces together and try to
Hell yeah.
guess who these teams are going to want to go after.
Yeah, man. Let's
Yeah.
do it. I'll say off the bat, I do just want to say real quick, we have the Chiefs on here. I just want to clarify,
Yeah.
like we obviously we're not saying anything about Patrick Mahomes, guys.
Yeah.
We're not saying anything about Patrick Mahomes at all.
Yeah.
And I don't even know at this point when are they expecting Mahomes back in the season? I don't even
Well,
know at this point.
I mean, it's got
Like,
to be it'll they'll at least need a quarterback for at least 12, 13 weeks.
you think so?
Yeah. Because he tore his
Yeah.
ACL towards the end of the year. Um, it was literally like one of the last games of the year.
No, that's true. It probably will. He'll probably need
And
like a
that's
full.
usually a 10 to 12 month
Yeah.
recovery period.
That's a
So
good point. That's a
we
good
only
point.
have the Chiefs on here because of that injury and because they will need someone during that
Yeah,
time, and Gardner Minshew is a free agent. So,
there you go.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, just wanted to give that disclaimer there. But let's just start with your
Yes.
boys,
Yes.
man. Let's just start with the Cardinals. Let's start with the Redbirds.
Yeah.
What do you got?
What do I got? I got Malik Willis. I think they're going to
Okay,
hit.
agree.
Malik Willis is the top free agent quarterback this year,
Yep.
drafted in the third round by the Titans, which Monty Austinfort was a part of the team that drafted him for Tennessee.
Mm,
So he has some familiarity there. Malik Willis didn't really quite work out in Tennessee, but then he got shipped to the Packers and backed up Jordan Love, and whenever he needed to come in for Love, he was pretty freaking good. Um, Granted, that was in LaFleur's system. Um,
right. That's helpful.
um, but in that little sample size you saw, you want to see more, obviously, but that little sample size over 2 years that you saw, he looked pretty dang. He looked like he could be a starter in the NFL. Um, I don't think that, for me, I don't think he's their 7 year, year plan.
Sure.
But I think you could slap like I'm seeing a lot of like 2 year, 40 mil, 2 year, $50 million contract
That's
deals,
great.
which,
Yeah, that's great.
I mean, I'll take that. I
Absolutely.
I do think it's gonna be Malik Willis. I think that's,
Huh.
yeah, that's what
Yeah, and I think yeah, you've got the space for him. Pretty
yeah.
good weapons. Like I think he'd want to come there. Yeah, I pretty much agree with you.
And
And I think that the Jacoby Brissett thing is also something that
yeah,
um,
we talked about this off air before we started recording,
mhm.
which is that Jacoby Brissett. I like Jacoby Brissett,
Sure.
at least for like a bridge year. Um, but supposedly because of that, he's become a pretty hot commodity in the trade world. Um, so who knows if he'll be on the team starting in the regular season. Um, but yeah, I mean, and also another big thing about Malik Willis is that first of all, Mike LaFleur is the new head
Yep.
coach of the Cardinals, and that's Matt LaFleur's brother. And also Nathaniel Hackett is the
Great
OC,
connection
and he
there.
was and he was just the OC for the Green Bay Packers, for Malik Willis. So
Love it.
I mean, it's a lot of ties to Malik Willis that it just makes sense for him to come.
Okay.
Um, so that's what I think it'll be. If they don't get Malik Willis, I think it's gonna be a pretty down the rabbit hole experience
Mm.
for them.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Well,
yeah.
there we go. That's the
Yeah.
Cardinals. Let's slap Malik Willis on them.
Boom.
Go to this next little chair here, little carousel, the chair, horse. I don't know what we're doing here. It's the
I don't
Jets. It's the New York Football Jets, everybody.
Jets, 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 Jets.
The Justin Fields experiment didn't work out.
No, not quite.
Didn't work out
No.
right after the Aaron Rodgers experience. Well, that didn't work out either.
Yeah.
So what do they do? It's a it's a good question. I firstly
Very good
think
question.
here's what I think. I do think they're going to draft somebody. I think they're going to draft somebody, not like early. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? Like I don't think they're going to take Ty Simpson second or anything stupid. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I think they're going to take a quarterback at some point.
That does not mean though that Ty Simpson will be out of field of question for them to draft though.
No, yeah, they could definitely get him a little later for sure. They could
No.
definitely get him. Man,
It's tough, dude. It's
this
tough
is
to
a tough one.
predict.
This is really a tough one. It
Um, I mean, I don't know. I've seen two names float around recently.
okay.
Well, I've seen three names, but the third one is just not gonna happen.
Hmm.
But one of the names I've seen floating around is Derek Carr coming out of
Yes, you're right.
retirement.
I've seen that as well. That's insane.
Coming out of retirement. He's still like the Saints still have his rights.
Yeah,
So they would have
they'd
to
have to trade him.
trade.
It would be yes, it would be
Yeah,
a
they'd have to
trade.
trade for him. But the other one I've seen is Jacoby Brissett. I've seen that the Jets are really interested in
Mm.
trading for Jacoby Brissett for a bridge year.
Wouldn't mind
Um,
that. I wouldn't mind that for
no,
them.
I mean for a
No.
bridge year, he'd be fine. The other name I saw floating around was Kyler Murray, but that's just not going to
Mm,
happen given where who we'll talk about here a little later.
okay.
But those are the basic other than Kyler, those are the two names that I've seen kind of floating around.
What
Um,
about Geno Smith? I think Geno should go back.
you think
What if he
so?
goes back?
You think he should?
I think
You
he
know,
should go back.
what do you think about big Kirk Cousins, huh? You think
Oh.
about Kirk,
Um,
Kirko, baby?
Honestly, I'd rather have Jacoby Brissett, I think.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
100%.
I'd rather have Jacoby Brissett. Let's
Um,
just do that.
yeah, let's just say Jacoby Brissett. I mean, why not?
No, yeah, it's a good one.
It makes sense too. Like it makes a lot of sense. Give the Cardinals like a fourth round pick, fifth round pick,
Mm,
and just call it a
sure.
day. Um, because I mean he's
Can't say no to that.
35. If they get Malik Willis, they're not gonna think about Jacoby Brissett. So
No, you do Jacoby Brissett and then you draft like
Drew
Drew
Aller.
Aller.
Yeah,
Yeah, literally. Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Yeah.
Just do
So
that.
yeah, man. So yeah, Jacoby Brissett to the Jets.
Love it. Moving on here to the Cleveland Browns. This is an interesting situation here.
Very.
Because they've got Shadur Sanders,
Mhm.
Dylan Gabriel, and they've got Deshaun Watson as well.
Yeah, but they're supposedly
Um,
they're gonna cut him, right? Is
I'm
that what's
not
been talked about?
sure. Is that confirmed? I mean, last I saw is that he could very easily just be starting next season for them.
Oh wow. That
I
would
don't know.
be
Let me see here. Let's
that
see
would
if there's any
be
news.
um
Oh, well, they
yeah.
restructured his contract 2 days ago.
Okay. Um
Um,
I don't know.
Saving more than $35 million in cap space and
Wow,
will
okay.
ensure he remains on the roster for 2026. So yeah, he's gonna be there. He's on the team. Um,
Well, I think it'll either be him or Shador. Like I don't think it'll be Dylan Gabriel.
I
Um
agree. I don't think it'll be Dylan Gabriel. But Shadur didn't exactly inspire a lot of confidence last season.
no. No, he
And
didn't.
there's a new coaching staff there now.
Yeah.
Um,
This is a tough one. I mean like cuz like you said they already have options. The reason that they're on there is cuz they're not good options. Like they're
I think
just
somebody like Justin Fields would go here. Like,
I think if you brought in Justin Fields, Shadur Sander fans
mm,
would
yeah, I think
like
they like
go
that.
they would probably go kill Justin Fields. I don't know. I don't see why that's a bad option. I think that it's not the Browns are gonna want to take whoever is in the 2027 draft at quarterback.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, probably.
Justin
I think in
Fields
this
is
draft, somebody they could take late is Carson Beck because Todd Monken coached him at Georgia.
there you go.
Um, so they have a little connection
All
there. If
right.
Monken wants to stick with that, I think they could take him late.
I mean,
Um,
that's a good connection. That's a good call. I
yeah,
mean, I'm not
no,
super high on Carson Beck, but
no, but
uh,
I think that he would kind of slot in. Like, is he beating out Shadur Sanders or Dylan
right,
Gabriel in a battle? I don't know.
right.
Maybe they don't even take one at all because they just have this
Yeah, I
log
mean,
jam going on.
there's no
Um,
reason, dude, with the way the quarterback room is now, there's no reason why that would everything's on the table for them.
it's a good point.
I mean,
Everything's on
so
the damn
like,
table for them.
it, I don't know. You know what? I'm just gonna say Deshaun Watson. I'm gonna go ahead and stick with what you said and say Deshaun Watson. At
I
least
mean, I think it's very possible.
starting game one of the NFL season,
That's a good
Deshaun
point.
Watson.
Seems like there could be a point where it's like, all right, Shadur, get in there. Like we're just
Yeah,
trying something else.
yeah. But you know who would be good for
Because
them, but I don't. They probably
mm,
won't trade for him. Is Jacoby Brissett?
mm. Well, I mean, for sure. Oh yeah, I think we could say
Yeah,
Jacoby Brissett for a
for
lot
a
of
lot of
these.
these
You
teams.
know what I
Yeah,
mean? A lot of these.
But let's just go ahead and slap Deshaun Watson in there.
Yeah, yeah, for at least a little bit is what it's at least
At
the way it's
least for
looking.
game one.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So
Moving
that's
on.
something.
It's not very good,
Moving
but
on
it is what it is.
to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yes,
The
sir.
Pittsburgh Steelers. Does Rodgers come back? Does he come back?
I think he does. I think it's Aaron
Yeah, it probably
Rodgers.
does. I think
I
he
think
probably
it's
does.
I think it's Aaron Rodgers because he has the tie with McCarthy and um
Right.
it's not like he did terribly for the Steelers this past year.
No,
So
no. He's probably their best option, to be
yeah.
honest. Like, you don't really want to have to do anything
No.
crazy
So I
here.
think that I think it's probably Aaron Rodgers going back.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so too. And it really just does depend if he wants to keep playing, I
That's
guess.
fair.
Because
That's
if he
fair.
does, he'll definitely be the starter. It's
Yeah.
entirely up to him.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll say we'll just lock Rodgers in there.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
they also probably could draft someone. I'd say probably could and probably should at some point. Um,
Yeah.
maybe a Nussmeier, maybe
Yeah.
who knows?
Maybe. I mean, that wouldn't be a Nussmeier's a pretty good pull for McCarthy. So it's kind of
True.
that's kind of the type of quarterback he likes. So yeah,
But we'll lock Rodgers in as the starter.
yeah,
Next up here, a very interesting situation is the Miami Dolphins.
yeah.
Um,
You might be thinking, what
Man,
quarterback? What do you mean quarterback? They have Tua, do they?
no, they don't. No,
They
they don't.
don't.
No, they don't.
They do
They
not.
gave up on him. They
Yeah,
said till it's over. So he's also an option for some of these teams, by the way. I wonder
for
where he's gonna
sure.
end up.
For sure he is.
But not here. Not an option for these Miami Dolphins.
Nope. Nope.
I feel like this could be somebody like one of the mid-tier available guys, like maybe like
Sure.
a is there a Kirk Cousins chance here? Is there a
Well, I mean, I saw a lot of people talking about how they're like, "Oh, watch out for Malik Willis here." It's like, guys, the
oh
Dolphins don't
yes.
have money. The
That is the
Dolphins
issue.
do not have money. Like they they're
Yeah,
they're they're out of dough. So like
that's not good.
they're gonna have to sign a vet minimum.
Yeah.
Like that's what they're gonna have to do. Or they're gonna have to start Quinn Ewers. Like that's
Yeah.
what which is probably an option for this year. I'm gonna be so real, that might be an option. Um,
Yeah, maybe.
but I mean that's not what you want, but it's
No.
it's there.
I mean, they could get like maybe like a Mac Jones is what something I've seen floating around.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that the 49ers haven't been very happy with the packages they've been offered so far.
Fair, probably fair.
Um, so that they're like he's kind of saved our season. We're not just gonna give him up for scraps. Um,
Right.
so so yeah, I mean that's a good name to put out there though, Mac Jones.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's either gonna be honestly, I think the three that I either think it's gonna be is Kirk Cousins,
Okay.
Geno Smith,
Mm.
or Quinn Ewers. Like
Mm.
that's who I think it's gonna be. Because you're gonna have to get a vet minimum. Like you're gonna have to sign low.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we can put Kirk Cousins on this if you want.
Yeah.
Like I think that's he's at least just emblematic of like this entire veteran
Yeah.
potential players.
Yeah.
We could definitely put his face on that. And yeah, that one's going to be really interesting. Full new coaching staff there.
Tyreek Hill not coming back, by the way.
No Tyreek Hill. Yeah, definitely going to be, some more limited options
Yeah.
in the passing game. But that's the Dolphins. Next up on our graphic here, we have the Colts. They have sort of figured it out. They
Yeah.
put the transition tag on Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
So he will be around. He'll be there.
We
Um,
made this, and full transparency, we made this graphic before that transition tag was put on there.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
but
which
still,
and what the transition tag is, for those of you who do not know what a transition tag is, it's
yeah.
basically that the team puts a tag on and puts a price on him of the price that they're going to pay him. And if another team wants to match or go over it, then they can sign him. That's basically what that means. Um, so
But it's a
it's
lot of money.
it's yeah, they put a lot of money in. It's like 3 year 79 mil, like 2 years 79 mil, something like that.
Yeah, something.
It's a big number. That I don't know a lot of teams are going to want to pay for a torn Achilles Daniel Jones.
Exactly.
Um,
Exactly. But the
so
Colts will just say,
boom,
hey, it was working last year. We'll lock it in.
slap it on. Danny
Yep.
Dimes.
Now we do get to the Chiefs here.
Mhm.
I think they're not even going to worry about it. I think they
All
might just be
right.
like, hey, we don't even want to, like, we don't care what happens until Mahomes gets back. In fact, if we can have
Fair.
a better draft pick or something, like, I don't even know if they're going to do anything. I think they're either going to do, hey, Gardner Minshew, just come back on the cheapest deal possible, or not Chris Oladokun. I don't know.
No, I mean they're not
Just
going to go
the
that route.
cheapest thing they can get.
Yeah, and they're not going to go. I don't think that they're going to go like super vet for that period of time.
Hmm.
Um, so I think you could be right in that they just bring back Gardner Minshew for a year. Um, and they're like, hey, just come back. Like, we'll
Yeah,
throw a
right.
little bit,
Yeah.
we'll give a
I
little
think
bit of
that's
money to
probably
you.
likely. Yeah.
Um, but other than that, I don't know. I don't know of a lot of quarterbacks that
That's what
the
I'm
Chiefs
saying.
would make a move
Yeah.
for.
I don't think they would. I don't think they would, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I
I
mean,
really think yeah, it'll just be probably just Minshew. I don't. That's what I would say.
fair. Okay, well then let's put Minshew there because
Yeah,
that one's
let's
that
put
one's
Minshew
kind
on
of
it.
like that one's kind of a wild card.
I agree. It is a little bit of a wild card, but yeah, I'm saying Minshew, and I'm happy to lock that in.
Sweet.
And the last one on our wheel here is the Atlanta Falcons.
Mm,
Again, one where probably just filling a little bit of time until Penix is back. The new coaching staff has said that they like Penix, and Cousins was fully released.
yeah.
So
You threw out
that
an
to me,
interesting
yeah.
name before we started recording to me.
Mm, mm-hmm.
Do you remember what it was?
Was it Tua?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was.
It's possible.
It's
It's
possible.
possible.
You
They're
could
both
sign him on a
left-handed.
minimum.
Yeah, he's gonna be cheap. He's gonna
Yeah.
be cheap.
And we don't know how long this Penix injury is gonna fully last. Fully have him out.
Right.
Um, so I mean he's a lefty. They're used to it, like you
That's what I'm
said.
saying. They're both left-handed.
Southpaw.
That's something.
Um, so I mean, I don't know. Do you think it'd be fun just to throw Tua's name on there? It might not be
Yeah.
super realistic, but I think it could be
No, but it's
fun.
possible. It could be somebody like Flacco here, maybe. You know what
That's
I
true.
mean? It could
Yeah,
be
Joe
somebody
Flacco.
like, you know,
It'll probably end up being someone like Flacco, given Kevin
yeah,
Stefanski's the new head coach.
sure,
Very
sure.
familiar with that. Um,
Yep.
it'd be fun to see to it. You know what? Actually, let's just put Flacco there.
Okay. That's probably a little more
The more that we
realistic.
connect the ties, when you said that name, it
Yeah,
made so much more sense. It would just be fun to see Tua do it. Um,
definitely.
yeah, but let's put Flacco there. That makes the most sense. Another name that I saw pop around the Falcons is Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh, sure.
Um,
Sure.
I think
Yeah.
Flacco makes more sense though.
Yeah, I agree. I'd like Flacco better, just in
Yeah,
general, I think.
and he'd be so
Just in
great for that
general.
offense.
Yeah, that would be awesome. They'd be able to
Yeah,
operate pretty well, and
yeah,
it would be no drama at all when Michael Penix
right.
comes back and they're like,
He's
we're just gonna
a
put him
dude.
in.
He is
Flacco's
a
like, all right. Flacco doesn't
he's
care.
just a dog, man. Like he.
Oh, for sure.
Have you seen that interview where he's like, honestly, I think that we aren't getting hit hard enough anymore.
That's awesome. That's
It's
so
like,
awesome. Oh, hell yeah. Hell
come on.
yeah.
Uh,
Good old boys.
good
All
old boy.
right. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. All right. Now we got this little sideline section over here with the
Yeah,
Raiders. They're obviously going to take Mendoza.
yeah,
If they don't want to start Mendoza, I really don't know why they let Geno Smith go. I don't think they should have done that, but whatever. Man, yeah. Like we talked about, Aiden O'Connell is possible, but
yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna
we know
slap
they're definitely
Mendoza.
drafting Mendoza.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
they're
just gonna
definitely
slap
drafting
Mendoza
Mendoza,
on
so
there.
absolutely. And then these Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah,
Uh,
which they
this is an interesting one.
technically have a quarterback in J.J.
They do.
McCarthy with big old nine. Your guy. That's your guy,
Nine.
huh?
It's really funny that he is so butt cheeks that they are like he's butt cheeks. The team is like we're done. Like I think
Yeah,
we're kind of saying he's butt cheeks.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
unfortunate.
And I mean,
It
he's
happens for a
young.
young
You
quarterback like
know what I
that,
mean? He's
but
young. So
he's young.
I have a name that I've
Go ahead.
told you before the show. Uh, I think
Yeah.
it's gonna be. I think it's pretty much you. I'll put money on it
Yeah, you're very confident in this. Very
that it's
confident.
gonna be Kyler Murray.
Love it.
Um,
Love
pretty
it.
dang sure of it. Uh, I mean, that's all everyone's talking about is Kyler, Kyler, Kyler. They're gonna be able to sign him to a vet minimum for a year.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
Kevin, I mean, Kyler Murray with Kevin O'Connell with Jay Jettas and with Jordan Addison and TJ Hawkinson and that offensive line they have. I mean,
I'd like to see it.
there's no reason to me why he can't do what Sam Darnold did in Minnesota. Because
Oh no,
I think
yeah.
Kyler Murray has shown that he's so much better than what Sam Darnold was going into
Yes.
Minnesota.
His potential, or like just
Yeah.
what he's been and what
Yes.
he is as an
What he
athlete and with
could
his
be.
arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. He's a great
Um,
quarterback. So it's like that
I
would be
think it
such an awesome
I
situation.
think it makes so much sense. And I think that if they don't want to start McCarthy, no other quarterback would be good enough for them to be like,
Hmm.
yeah, let's not start our young first round
No, that's a
quarterback.
good point. Yeah, that's
Uh,
a good point. They have to
I
have somebody where they're going to be winning.
I think it's gonna be. I'm not thinking. I really just feel it's gonna be
Yeah.
Kyler Murray. Yeah,
Slap the face on there then. Love
yeah,
it. I mean, that's what we got.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, other situations. Connor was talking about how there was an article called um in a good spot, but there are questions. Is that what it was? And it was two teams, and
Uh
it was what
oh
was the
yeah, yeah, yeah. There was this was from the Athletic. It was
yeah
talking about quarterbacks and it says that here's what it said. It says, there's a lot of teams that are locked in. They've got a quarterback for next
right?
year. But then there's two quarterbacks that are safe, but they have something to prove. And those two quarterbacks are Tyler Shuck and Bryce Young, which is true.
That's I mean
It's true
yes.
though, because yeah, if they suck in 2026, well, they're probably not starting in 2027.
I mean
Like it's just that simple,
that's fair. I mean, like, and they're
you
not
know?
wrong. It's just it's so crazy that those are the two quarterbacks. Because I mean, Tyler Shuck's going into his second year,
I know it is interesting
but
putting that on
also
Shuck like that,
riddle me this,
but
Batman.
mm,
Um,
mm,
can you answer me who's older?
the Shuck or Bryce Young.
Yeah,
Is it
take a
Shuck? There's
wild
no way it's
guess.
Shuck, right? There's
Shuck.
no way. Are you serious?
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
that's ugly.
Bryce Young
I
is
knew
going
we
into
knew he was
his
old as hell getting
Bryce Young
drafted.
is
We knew
going
he was
into his
old.
fourth year in the NFL, and Tyler Shuck
Oh,
is
that's
older than
hilarious.
him.
That's really good.
Yeah,
That's really good.
yeah. So
Oh, I
there
can't
you
believe I
go.
didn't know that. That's
Just
funny
wanted
as
to throw
hell.
that in there because that's super funny, but also wanted to throw it in there because if it's true,
Hmm.
which it's not like it isn't true. I mean, there's a bunch of Panthers fans who are like, we want to love Bryce Young, but he's got to show us that he can get us there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That he can live up to that number one overall
It's
pick.
just one of those where Bryce Young, you'll just have a stretch of games where it's like,
Yeah,
man, all right, I'm finally out. Like he's bad,
yeah,
and then he'll be back, and he's
yeah.
like, oh my God, wait a second, Bryce Young's really good. This is unbelievable. He's the franchise quarterback, and it just keeps happening. But if
Yeah,
that keeps happening, then you
you
got to
can't.
lean more
Yeah,
towards, okay, all right, we can't keep doing this.
yeah.
Uh,
And the reason we bring that
so
up though is because those are two teams that could potentially be on that little Ferris wheel next year.
sure, it's
Um,
possible. It's possible.
because the Saints big time actually. The Saints pretty. There, I saw a report this is before Tyler Shuck stepped up towards the end of the year. That
Hmm.
supposedly the Saints were going to be heavy on Kyler Murray. Um,
Oh. Oh, interesting.
before before Tyler Shuck kind of did his thing towards the end of the year, and then they were like, we're good with Shuck.
Yeah, we'll hold on to him
Um, but yeah, I
because
mean,
now he earned it. He earned it.
he did. He earned it. And I mean, Bryce Young got him to a playoff. Technically, the Falcons got them to the playoffs, but Bryce Young got them to the
Yeah, right.
playoffs. Um, so I mean,
Yeah. Somebody had to win that terrible ass division, but yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Somebody had to win it. But
also
that's the
wanna
quarterback situation, y'all. Well, what do you got?
also want to shout out something real quick.
Shout it
Actually, no,
out.
I'm not gonna shout it out because I don't want to jinx it.
Oh no. No,
I don't
shout it
want
out.
to.
Do it.
I'm not gonna shout. All I'm gonna say is,
Oh, I hear it. No, I already know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what
yeah,
you're talking about. You're right. You don't have to
I'm
shout that
not
out.
gonna jinx it. There's a
I
big
was
game
literally choosing
happening.
to ignore that.
There's a big
I
game
was
happening
specifically
right
choosing
now
to ignore it.
for
I'm
the.
honestly not even gonna watch it because it's going so well for us. I'm not gonna watch.
Okay, okay.
So I'm not tuning into that.
Maybe neither of us should watch it, given that they're doing so well and neither of us have watched the
That's
games
exactly
before.
what I'm saying.
Okay,
I'm a little superstitious. It's like I
yeah.
know as soon as I turn that thing on, it 20-0
Other
run.
team's gonna make a
So
run.
yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah, yeah,
crazy
yeah, yeah,
run.
yeah.
Yeah.
Every
Okay.
time, dude. Every time.
Just to
Um,
go over that one more time.
yeah,
That
let's go over it.
the team, one player that I we had a graphic made for before things kind of transpired the way they did. We'll see how free
Mm,
agency affects things, how the draft affects things. One player that we are really looking out for with the trade situation is Anthony Richardson. Um,
hmm.
going into his fourth year as a quarterback in the NFL. He's still super young. Was out all year with an injury last year. He had an eye laceration. Um,
Terrible.
terrible. But Daniel Jones was there. I mean, so and now with Riley Leonard, I guess being that QB2 now, Anthony Richardson, I think, is for me heavy on the trade watch. Given that
I
he is
agree.
so young and he does have a lot of potential, if he goes to the
Would
right
love for him to
team.
start somewhere. Just,
Yeah,
it would just be awesome if he was good. You
I'm
know what
not
I
gonna
mean? It would be
lie.
awesome.
I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty heavy on the Cardinals trading for him. Just giving like
Mm,
send the Colts like a fourth or fifth round pick and get a
do it.
Anthony Richardson for a year or two.
Do it.
I think that'd be super fun. Uh, because if he's asked, it doesn't matter anyways, because no one expected him to be good anyways.
That's exactly
So
right. You're not you don't bring him in and say, "Hey, here's the offense, like you're leading it." You bring him
yeah,
in, just try and
I
see
don't
what you
think
get.
it'd be I don't think it'd be bad for the Jets to bring him in. It's
I
like
don't think so
why
either.
not?
But
Um,
it's exactly right. That would be, I mean, that would tank his career and he'd be out of the
oh
league in
for
a year. But
sure,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
But
But
I
it'd be
mean,
fun. It'd be fun to try.
but to go back over who we have stamped on these quarterback needy teams. Cardinals take Malik Willis. The
Yep.
Jets are rolling. Who'd we? What was the final name that we came up with the
Oh,
Jets?
what did
Well,
we
Jacoby
say? We
Brissett.
said
Jacoby
Jacoby
Brissett.
Brissett. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
we
yes,
had
yes.
Jacoby Brissett for the Jets. We had Deshaun Watson at least starting in week one
Yep.
for the Browns.
Yep.
Steelers,
Unfortunate.
we had Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
Dolphins, we have Kirk Cousins. That's who we came up with, right?
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Dolphins, we have Kirk Cousins. Colts, we have Daniel Jones because of that transition tag.
Yep.
Chiefs,
We said
um,
Minshew was coming back.
yeah, Chiefs,
Yeah.
Minshew. Falcons, we have Joe Flacco.
Yep.
Raiders, we have Mendoza, and then Vikings, we have Kyler Murray.
Love it.
Uh, so that is our quarterback special before, and
Hell yeah.
also we're recording this the day before free agency starts. And supposedly tomorrow, that Monday, when it opens up at noon Eastern time,
It's gonna
things
be
are gonna get crazy.
gonna be a lot of
Yeah,
stuff going
things are
on.
gonna
I'm
get
very
crazy.
excited.
There's already been a lot
Very
of
excited.
trades happening. Uh,
Yes. And they're all that
so
say they can't be official until tomorrow or
right,
until whenever. So
right.
hey,
So, you know,
there's gonna be a lot
but you know
more.
what is official? You know what is official?
What's that, man?
Dropping a like if you like this video.
Yeah, that would be
You know
awesome.
what else is
That'd be
official? Go
great.
ahead and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Why not leave a
Please.
comment? Who do you think is going to be starting for these teams? Who's your favorite quarterback prospect? And also, how was your day? We hope it was good.
Yeah, come on. We need to know it
I
all.
hope it was good. So, we will be
Oh
back
yeah.
next week, probably with some free agency updates, given that it's going to be
Mm-hmm.
nuts. Not all of them, but the
Definitely.
top ones. Um, but yeah, hope you enjoyed this episode, and we will be back next week.
See ya.